Storehouse family. I hope that y'all are doing well and enjoying the start of your week, and I hope that you are experiencing the grace of God for you this morning. I thought I'd shoot a quick video to give you a couple of updates on a few things that I mentioned on Sunday, and in addition to that, one or two not new things, but reminders. The first one is it's going to be our missional communities. So on Sunday, I mentioned that we want to continue meeting and gathering on Sundays. We're being super precautious in our sanitation policies, sanitizing our area, the bathrooms, checking temperature. We're going to keep doing that. And the incubator itself gets sanitized every 2 weeks, so that's been a tremendous help. However, one of the areas that we're going to take a break on for the month of July, which is about the next 4 weeks, we're going to take a break on missional communities. Missional communities have been running since about May, and I know that we've had some just really good times gathering, but especially as cases continue to increase and missional communities can be kind of an intimate setting, we just want to press on the brakes a little bit, pull back from missional communities for the month of July. And that's actually not foreign. We normally take a break during the summer anyway to give some of our leaders a break. But in addition to missional communities, one of the areas that I do want to encourage is going to be discipleship groups. Discipleship groups are 2 to 3 people who are gathering to dive into God's word, who are gathering to disciple one another, pray with one another, confess sin to one another. And what makes them a little bit different than an MC is that they're certainly a lot more manageable, number one. And number two, you're able to grow as a disciple of Jesus a lot more because of it's a manageable group. With that being said, it's easier to connect via Zoom, or if you guys want to hang out outside, or if you feel comfortable meeting, you can continue to do that. But because of that level of intimacy and that time that we have, you're actually able to grow a little bit more in a setting of 2 to 3 people. And so I'm in a discipleship group. I think Rebecca, my wife, leads a discipleship group, or she's a part of a discipleship group. So, man, let me just encourage that. For the month of July, and as we continue, consider starting a discipleship group. And if you need content for a discipleship group, please let me know. I'll hook you up with some content that we wrote for the structure of discipleship groups, or if you just want to dive into a Bible study, if you just want to dive into following along with the sermon, then go ahead and do that. That's basically all it is. We just want to be really intentional about opening up our Bibles, confessing sin to one another, and praying for one another in DGs. So that's the first update. The second one, I'm looking at my notes. The second one is, I think a week or two ago, teachers, I'll let you know about something that we're calling a teacher pint night. With the way things are going right now, I know Roosevelt's is still closed. I know a lot of people still aren't necessarily comfortable meeting in larger spaces yet. And so if you're a teacher or if you're an educator, I still want to hang out with you. Still want to meet with you. I want to hear a bunch of things about how you're doing, how you're feeling, especially as the incoming fall semester approaches. And so we're going to do things more than likely over Zoom. The date that I gave you, as I look at my calendar, the date that I gave you is going to be July 16th. So we're going to keep that date going, July 16th. And because we're going to do it over Zoom, or more than likely do it over Zoom, I'm going to provide you with 2 times. That way, hopefully you can make one of those 2 times. So I'm thinking for July 16th, we're going to shoot for noon, so 12 to 1, and then we're going to go from 6 to 7 in the evening. So we're going to set up a registration page for you. Have that in mind. So we'll have a registration page for you. That way we can send you the Zoom link. We're not going to make the Zoom link public for all sorts of reasons, but we're going to send you the Zoom link. That way we can hang out, even if it's over Zoom. I'll send out one more email just reminding y'all about this. But teachers, educators, if you work for a school district, please join me July 16th. That's a Thursday, 12 to 1. If you're unavailable for that lunch hour, I suppose, then we can shoot for 6 to 7. And again, just want to see how you guys are doing and how you're feeling about the incoming semester. So that's the Teacher Pint Night. The second one is a book recommendation. I've been getting a lot of inquiries about the books that I'm using for the series on Untangling the Heart, which I've gotten some really good feedback just walking through the Psalms. One of the first books I read back in February is called Untangling Emotions by J. Alistair Groves and Winston T. Smith. So this is Untangling Emotions. I'm looking at my camera. Here it is. Yeah. So this is a fantastic book because they give you pretty much this like theological breakdown of emotions, and then they continue to break it down from a counselor's perspective. So highly recommend the book. I recommended Running Scared last time. This one is shorter than that, so it's not as dense. It's a really good read, so I would definitely encourage it. That's all I have. The fourth thing is just letting you know, in mid-July, I'm going to come up with another one of these video updates where I'm going to be talking about giving, just to give you an update on how we are doing for the summer. But I think I'm already past the 5-minute mark. So just to quickly recap. Number one, MCs, we're going to put a break on MCs, these larger groups. We're going to put a break on them for the month of July, which is about 4 weeks. So consider starting a discipleship group. And if you would like more information, please email me and I'll hook you up with all of that. If you're a group leader, make sure that you communicate this to your groups. Number two, it is the Teacher Pint Night, July 16th or Thursday, July 16th, 12 to 1. If you can't make that, 6 to 7. We might go a little bit longer than an hour, but that's okay. So 12 to 1, 6 to 7. We're going to send you a registration link for that. And then finally, it's the book recommendation, Untangling Emotions. Really, really good gospel-centered book on how we approach our emotions. Giving update is later on this month, so I'll let you know how we're doing for this summer. Guys, I love you. I miss you. Those of you who are not yet ready to join us on Sunday mornings, or you're just out on vacation, just want you to know we miss you. We love you. Man, I'm longing. I'm ready for 2020 to be done, and I'm longing for the day that we all just get to come back together, praise and worship King Jesus. So until then, Storehouse, I love you. I'm praying for you. Please be safe. If you have to go out, please be safe. Do your thing, and then get home. So I love y'all, and I'll see you throughout the week.